What's up, guys? Byron Gaines here with my boy Fresh Prince CEO. Today, we're going to talk about how to get laid on the first date. A lot of you guys have been asking for this one. This one's going to be good. Get the notebooks out, baby. All right, Prince. So what's going on, bro? How you doing, man?
Yo, guys, great week. We got so much stuff coming for you guys. It's going to be unbelievable. We went house searching today or condo searching for a new spot for you guys for the podcast. Stay tuned for it. You probably see it on my story. I'm going to tag I'm Myron in it. Also, as well, we got a prank coming as well. So stay tuned for that as well. So it's going to be lit.
Yeah, man, we got some good stuff coming for you guys, man. We're you guys are really loving the content, man. And we just want to take this time to say thank you so much for the support. We didn't think like you guys would really enjoy it this much, but I guess, you know, experience doesn't lie, baby, because we're out here dealing with this BS
every day.
Help you guys. We're just trying to help you guys, you know, not make the same mistakes that we do when we're dealing with these chicks, man. Because obviously, as you guys know, if you could pull chicks in Miami, you could pull chicks anywhere.
Anywhere. By the way, love from you guys that show me up in the DMs. Like Myron, they show love in the DMs, bro, all the time. Like they're like, yo, great show, bro. You're doing amazing. So shout out to you guys in the DMs, and we're gonna be live right now. So let's go.
Yeah, man. And I'll tell you guys this, man. Like we're like, you guys are showing us all the support. We're investing back. Like we're literally like looking at some property to do a in studio type show for you guys, where me and Prince are gonna be sitting across, because he lives right down the street from me, guys. Like literally, he just dropped me off just now. I came on, went home. But yeah. We're gonna do an in studio thing where we're gonna, you know, bring on guests, everything like that, and we're gonna really give you guys some game, bro. Because like the thing is, I guess the gift and the curse of being here in Miami is you're going to learn quick, but you're also going to take a lot of L's. Like we make mistakes, and so you guys don't have to. We win a lot, but we also lose a lot. And any guy that tries to tell you, oh, I don't take L's or nothing, or they don't show receipts or whatever, like, you know, they're on some BS.
Yep.
So let's get into it, man, because this has been a topic that we've been getting asked a lot, man. Like at least once a week, someone hits me up in DMs or Facebook or something and says, hey, man, can you tell us how to run a date to get laid? How do you set up your dates? How do you do it? Blah, blah, blah. And I didn't realize that this was such a problem for a lot of guys until Prince was getting the same thing. So we've gotten a lot of requests for this one, man. So what we did was we took a list of 10 things that you got to kind of have in mind to make sure you succeed on a date. And we're going to get into it right now, guys. So class is in session. Go ahead and get your notebooks out, guys, and we're gonna go through it right now. So we're gonna count down basically from the beginning of the date, right? Starting it off all the way down to the end. All right. We're gonna take you guys from A to Z on how to do this. All right. So number one, we're gonna talk about. So Prince, we're gonna
round one, fight.
So Prince, you want to lead this one off?
Of course, man. So, Neo, number one, very important. This is going to determine the whole setup for your date. It's going to be leads, right? So this just means like which woman you want to go on a date with versus women that you don't want to go on a date with. Make sense? So in this case, you want to vet and make sure that you're taking a quality woman on a date, not just any, you know, chick off the street that wants to like, you know, use you or take advantage of you, you know, stuff like that. So you got to make sure it's the right girl.
Yeah. So the thing is, guys, you gotta set yourself up to win. So, and what we mean by this is you want to take out girls that you have a high probability of winning with. You don't want to go out with chicks that are kind of like wishy-washy or like super, super low interest, and they're only going out with you because you're offering some like awesome experience or something like that. Like I can't tell you how many guys will sit there and take a chick to like a theater or like some cool boat ride or something like that, and she doesn't even really like him. She's just going just so that she can get a free
trip,
free experience, or a free, you know what I'm saying? So she could put it on her Instagram and her Snapchat, and she's just using you know what I'm saying? Anytime you guys got to understand, man, the most beautiful women, like if you look at their Instagram and they're like in foreign places and they're doing cool stuff and all this other stuff, and you're like, yo, how's this chick out doing this? Because you know she makes like $500 a week. Bro, there's probably some old dude pointing the camera at her, taking pictures of that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's unfortunate reality, or some sucker paying for it. So you don't want to be that guy. So don't set yourself up to go out with women that are a low probability of winning. You know, like if a chick tells you, oh, I want to go here, or she tries to get you to meet her halfway or something like that, obviously that's going to mess up your logistics and your chances of closing. So you're not going to want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? You guys, like I would prefer, and we hope all the viewers here can get to this point where you're your need to succeed, right, to close a date is more important than your need to go on the date. So what that means is you're not going to accept dates that aren't set up for you to win. You know what I'm saying? Like if a girl tries to dictate terms for you on a date, like, no, baby, that's not how this works. So you got to be like really stern in your decision on what you want to do, how you want to do it. And you got to take out women that are worthy of being taken out. You know what I mean? A lot of chicks will go out with you just so they can get a free meal, get a free experience, especially if you're doing something cool or you got like expendable income. They're going to try to get a come up and use you to put on their stories and stuff like that. And best believe when she asks you to take pictures of her with the cool skyline of your apartment, she's going to use that and put it on her Tinder and Seeking profile. So don't let these chicks come up on you, man.
And I got a story to tell, man.
Yo,
Funny enough.
Here we go, baby.
All right. So one is actually an L and one is a W, right? So this goes into making sure the girl's qualified, getting a good lead for your date. So, we're in the social media age. Everyone wants to look good on social media, whatever. So one time I met this cool ass chick. She's really like bad, whatever. And I took her out on a date. And mind you, like before I even took her out, I just wanted her to go on a date with me regardless. So I was willing to do whatever. And she kind of like set up the date like, hey, I want to go to this restaurant. Can we go here? I'm like, bad move. And we're going to talk about that later on also in the list. But I let her pick the venue, whatever. So we went there, ate. And it was cool because like, I was talking to her. She's talking to me. It was a good vibe. But I just felt like she was better than me at the same time. And then come to find out that like the whole time she was like taking pictures like for Snapchat, for her Instagram. Went back to the crib. She said, "Oh, I'm sorry. My sister just texted me. I need to leave immediately." Right? Mind you, we're like vibing, whatever. I thought I was good, but literally she just used me to like get like make her boyfriend jealous or whatever. And then like I look at her story like an hour later, she's at some guy's crib at his house. So that whole time I took her on a date, she got free food. She got a nice view to look at. And then she went to her boyfriend's house. So that was a big L for me, right? And it goes back to like vetting the girl and making sure that like, she actually likes you for you and not for like, what I'm saying, just for the clout, whatever. And then second story is this girl, it took like maybe a week to talking to on Instagram, back and forth. Really cool girl. We went out. She's telling me about her life or, family, whatever, what she want to do. And I took my time to vet her before I took her out. And at night it was a close. So, it happens, So make sure you vet the girl first. Make sure she's a good lead. And then when she's good, take her out, eat, drinks, whatever, and have a good time. So
Robert Sananas with the $6.99 Canadian super chat. Love you guys. Hey, thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. And
so,
guys, we're going to open up the phone lines at the end and do a Q&A at the end. So try to hold your questions until the end, guys. When we're, because that way I don't lose any of the super chats or questions. I mean, super chat if you want, but we'll make a note of any questions that you ask in the super chat, and those will get priority, then phone lines, etc. But anyway, so yeah, guys, basically, man, especially for you guys that are out there and successful, man, don't be
stupid
and let these chicks use you for clout, bro, and to like get a cool experience and put it on her social media. Because you guys got to understand, a lot of girls go out when they go out at night to the bars, whatever it may be. They'll accept dates from guys that they don't like just so they can show a certain lifestyle that they otherwise would have never been able to afford. So
that's correct.
That guy, don't be the sucker. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. So now that we've established that you want to go out with a chick that is actually available and not trying to, get some clout off you, let's go into the 3 different types of date that you can take a woman on. So this is going to get into the second part right here.
Round 2, fight.
So you got a coffee date, a drink date, and food. Okay. Now, and I'm going basically from lowest investment to highest. Okay. And I guess, so with the coffee date, guys, basically you meet her at like, some central spot, whether it's a Starbucks, a not a Dunkin', but like some, if you're in Canada, I think, what do you guys call it? Student? No, I forget what.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
I can't remember it, but like
you get something. Oh, Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons.
Exactly. If you're in Canada, whatever it may be, right? So you can meet her for a coffee spot, or like something else that'll fall into this category. I know some guys like to take girls on like an ice cream date or something like that, something easy. Now, here are the pluses and negatives to this. The plus is it's a low investment. You can, you don't got to spend a lot of money. If she's annoying or whatever, you can immediately excuse yourself. It's not hard. But the negative is it kind of has a platonic feel. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to close on a first date, it's going to be harder to do it from a coffee or ice cream date because you're going to have to like sexualize a little bit more. You're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive. You're going to have to push that man to woman frame a little bit harder. And you're basically starting. Think of it as you're starting from a deficit. Instead of starting at 0, you're starting at like -5. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to work a little bit harder to build that to escalate. Because the thing is, when you tell a girl meet me for a coffee or ice cream, and then you're meeting during the day, in her head, she's going to think, okay, this is like something cool, platonic. I can fit it into the middle of my day. I'll give this guy like an hour or two, whatever. Like she's not blocking off her night for you. You get what I'm saying? Like she might have other obligations. She might got to go back to class, do whatever. So you're only going to have a certain window to work in, and then on top of that, it's more of a platonic vibe. So those are the pluses and negatives of running a coffee date. Prince, you want to add to that at all?
Yeah, so coffee dates are pretty much like the entry level date, you could say. It's pretty basic. You just kind of meet up at a coffee spot, talk for a little bit, get to know each other on a first person basis, but it's very bland. And I'm gonna say this: you should have a good personality if you're gonna do that, because I feel like coffee dates are very drawn out. So if you don't have like a good setup or a good lead after that, it's kind of like a dead zone. Other than that, coffee dates, like Myron said, you can get out really quickly. You can dip and get out. But the main thing is that you can meet her, see how she is, and just feel her out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, guys, coffee dates are great because it's a low investment. You can get in there, but you got to understand the topic of this episode is how to get laid on the first date. So understand that if you're going to run a coffee date, that's fine, but it's going to be a little bit harder to close. You know what I'm saying? So, and then there's actually a fourth one, which you invite her straight to your house, which we could talk about that as well. We'll do a lightning round on that, because I know some guys like to invite chicks straight to their house, and I'll talk about why. I personally, I've done it before, but I don't like that. You know what I mean? It's not a good look a lot of the times. We got here Moses A with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you, Rose, for the support.
Love, man. Appreciate that, brother.
I think that's a super sticker, actually, probably. So that's the coffee date, guys. So now you know the pluses and the negatives. Okay. Next date is a drinking date, which I think is personally my favorite. What I like to do. You're meeting the woman at night, more than likely, or early evening. More than likely, she's probably not going to have other obligations that she's got to go to at night. And if she does, like, don't accept the date. Like if she tries to, because some girls will test you, they'll be like, oh, I'm supposed to meet with my girlfriends at like 8 for dinner. I can meet you at 6. And like, she'll basically, you know what I'm saying? And she'll like try to like fit you into her schedule. Do not do that. Don't accept that. You know what I'm saying? You tell her, no, we could do another day, because what she's really telling you is, I don't know if I'm going to like you. I'll go ahead and get a quick free buzz off you and go meet with my friends. You know what I'm saying? So don't accept that. Don't let chicks, like I said, man, don't let women come up on you guys, because come up off of you. Because if you let them, they absolutely will, especially the most attractive girls. They think they're slick with it. So don't be a sucker. But the drinking date, guys, I hate to say it, but like the reality is this, it's a less crass way of saying, hey, would you like to fornicate? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's how you can run your drinking date. Now, as far as like running the date, we'll talk to you guys about that in a bit. But a drinking date is the other thing. So the plus is like, it's a less crass way of, implying fornication. But the negatives are, it's going to cost you a little bit more money, obviously, especially if you live in a major city like in Miami. A vodka soda here is running like 10 to 15
bucks. Yep.
$15 easily. New York City is about the same. Boston, LA, any of these major cities, it's going to cost you a bit to go out drinking. Between two people, and we always say you should pay. You could easily spend $100. You know what I mean? So this is a little bit more for guys that have some expendable income, that live in a cool area, whatever it may be. But it has a high success rate of winning. You know what I mean? Because there's so many different things that you can do, which we'll talk about later on in the podcast today. But what do you think? What's your take on it, Prince?
Drink dates are cool. It's just that for me, I don't really drink like that. So for me, just taking her solely to drink is kind of like counterintuitive to what I want to do, because I like to eat. So I'll go on a dinner date. But for drinking purposes, it's a good way to escalate and get things down to brass tacks. I just mean like get things down to the close, because one, you're gonna drink, you're gonna get like a little bit looser. She's gonna get a little bit looser. That's one. And then two, the environment you're gonna be in should be a little bit like nighttime, maybe a little bit more romantic in terms of like club dance and stuff like that. So you can kind of like smooth your way into like getting that close. And also as well, depending on where you're at, you can hop from bar to bar, and that's like multiple dates in one, as we always talk about on this podcast. So the drink date is good. Just make sure that you don't get too drunk, because I see this all the time where guys, they drink too much to like compensate for their being nervous, and then they get sloppy, and the girl's like, ew, like who is this guy? And you just ruined the whole date. So just be careful with the drink date. Don't go too overboard with it. And like I said, escalate slowly. You should be good to go with that always.
Yeah, guys, don't like get so drunk that you end up being
Stupid.
and then make it look terrible. Because then the chick, she's if you get too lit and you start getting wild, she's gonna be like,
Oh hell
No.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to like get so lit that you start being sloppy or act like an idiot. You know what I'm saying? You're getting the drinks to like, because a lot of guys I know have trouble talking. They need a little bit of that social help. So it helps with that. It helps loosen her up too. Because you best believe a lot of chicks have anxiety on the first date, bro. Because you guys got to understand that women have been on way more first dates than you've been on, and a lot of them have been really bad. So and this is why the flake rate is so high with a lot of women, is because they've been on first dates, and a lot of dudes are estranged. So they're like, oh, this sucks. So that's why a lot of chicks will just say, no, I'm just gonna stay home. Because let's keep it real. Most guys that go out on dates are weird. They're awkward. They don't know what they're doing. They're strange. They let her lead the date, whatever it may be. So those are the positives and negatives of running a drink date. As you guys can see, me and Prince have different perspectives, but we're going to give you guys all the perspectives, and you guys decide what you want to do. And we're giving you the pluses and negatives of each, so you can objectively look at it. So next is a dinner date, which is
Dinner
what
date.
he does. Prince actually likes to do this. And Prince, could you talk to them about how you run it, so that, because a lot of guys would always say, oh, don't feed a chick on the first date and all this other stuff, and they'll it's common in the community that you don't take a girl out on a dinner date ever for the first date. How do you do it where you do it in a manner that she's not gonna like use you, or and you can still get the clothes or whatever it may be?
Facts. Okay, so really simple, guys. I take girls on dinner dates because that's where I want to go. So I'm the one that's gonna be paying. I'm the one setting up the frame. I'm the one controlling the date. So because I want to go eat, she's coming along with me. So it's not like I'm taking her just for dinner. It's like, no, I'm gonna go eat. She's coming along, and that's how it's gonna be. Now, added to that fact, the girl that I take on this dinner date, I feel like she has to earn it in a way, as in like, I don't just take any girl for dinner. I have to be talking to her. I have to be like, what I'm saying, feeling the vibe. If you talk on FaceTime and she's cool, and I can validate that she's a cool person and it's a good vibe, then we go on a date. I don't just say, hey, I'm gonna go eat, come along. Nah, you gotta be cool. You gotta be a good vibe, and then go from there. Now, you want to avoid taking just any girl on a date, because here's the downside to it. She might be like, you know what, I'm hungry. This guy is gonna feed me. I'll go on a date with you, but she doesn't give a crap about you. And how do you know that? It's hard to tell at the very beginning, but this what I always do, right? This like a little trick I always do. I'll be like, hey, when next are you free? She'll be like, oh, maybe Saturday, Sunday. Perfect. I'll pick up on Saturday at 8 p.m. Okay, great. Hey, I said dinner, earlier, but you know what? Let's do drinks instead. I might switch it up just to see how she reacts. And she's like, oh no, maybe I can't go. I might be busy then. But if she's like, you know what? That's fine. I don't care. Once we can hang out. That's when okay, cool. She's down for whatever. And then you go for drinks, but you also get food as well. So you can like switch it up on her just to see how she reacts to it. Because I'm telling you guys, girls use it for food all the time. If you're not careful, you're gonna fall into that trap. So just watch out for that.
Yeah, that's a good one right there, man. Like switching it up on her last seconds to see if she actually likes you for you. That's guys. You guys might want to
Nope.
write one down. Yo, Mike 23, bro. Listen, man. You talking smack like this on the chat, like, yo, then just you don't gotta watch the stream, bro. And he's not Nigerian, he's Bayesian, bro. So it's always clowns like that got something funny to say. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. But that's a way that you could run a dinner date, guys, without like simping. You know what I'm saying? Like switch it up on her last second, and then see how she really feels about it. Because like if she doesn't like you, then you already know what it is. She's probably gonna try to flake or whatever. So all right, cool. So and then the last one, we'll touch on this because I know guys are gonna talk about this, like a wine date back at the house. So you can do this, guys. This is another tactic that you can do where you invite a girl straight to your place and have a wine date, whatever. I know a lot of guys like to do that. The thing with this, guys, is that you got to understand that 9 out of 10 times you're going to have to build more rapport with the girl for her to come straight to your house. So like I always say it, at some point, you're going to have to do work. And what I mean by doing work is like you're going to have to build that attraction, build that trust, build that rapport. So whether you do it on a date face-to-face or you do it through FaceTime or you do it through texting, there's different ways to do it. Personally, I think it's best to build that rapport in person because there's nothing that compares to meeting someone in person, seeing their mannerisms, see how they act, see how they operate, everything like that. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be the most attractive way for her to really see you. The next best is obviously FaceTime. And then the least best, which we always say over here, you guys don't want to do, which is like running a lot of text game. Because the thing is that with text game, you won't be able to discern if she's just using you for attention or if she actually wants to talk to you. Because a lot of girls will sit there and just text you and you try to make plans, right? You finally you get the courage to ask her to go out. and then she, next thing you know, she's nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? She's gone. So that's why I say with the meeting in person, you're able to build attraction much quicker than texting or having FaceTime calls. But you can get her to your place as well. I know some guys like to do that as well. Just you got to be a little careful, because a lot of these girls are crazy too, man. Some chicks, I'm telling you, man, I know I've heard stories where guys have been robbed by chicks. They wake up and their wallet's gone, their credit cards are gone, their jewelry, whatever it may be. Like a lot of girls will come in and or they'll set you up to get robbed. They'll come to your place and then they'll scope the place out, and then they'll have some jack boys come and rob you if you got some dough. Like, it happens all the time, guys. Just that it doesn't show up on the news because men don't like to be seen as victims. So they're going to be way less likely to go to the police. But the reality is a lot of dudes get jacked. I mean, you guys got to understand, we live in an environment now where women aren't really held accountable a lot of the time for stuff like that. And what I mean by that is, like, look, Cardi B is running around saying, oh, yeah, I drug dudes and I robbed them. And like, no one said anything about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the reality of the world that we live in. So it happens a lot, happens more than you think. So, just be careful, because like these women will leverage their sex against you and get you robbed, or taken to the cleaners. So just be smart about it.
I love this one, going straight home. Inviting a girl straight over, right?
Yep.
So Myron knows how I handle things, right? And I'm in the social media game. There's like Instagram. Guys, very important. If you can get your social media game done packed, it's going to be way easier for you to get girls and easier to set up dates. So imagine going on 3 dates a day, guys, like consistently. And I mean, it's kind of bad because it takes a lot of your time, but that's how easy it is to do when you have a social media game. So just to bring to the close with the inviting chicks over for the first time, like yesterday, I'll tell it because it's not that serious, Myron. But this chick added me on Instagram, and we started talking for maybe 10 minutes. I was like, "Yo, where you at?" She said, "Oh, I'm at this bar." I was like, "Yo, come through." She came through, and that was it. But see, the work was done from my Instagram. So the leverage of having a good social media caused her to want to chill with me just off rip, and we just hit her up. So you can take a girl home, or I mean, you can invite her over instantly, but you have to have some kind of leverage to make her want to actually come and then go through with the whole process. It makes sense. So don't just invite a hot chick over for no reason, because she doesn't know who you are for the most part, and then two, if you cold approach her, it's kind of it may work, but it may not work. But you want to be in a good spot where it does always work, because it's kind of okay, you know what? She knows who you are. She sees your online presence. Okay, he seems pretty cool. I want to come see him. So.
Okay, so just to recap, guys. So from number one, leads to figuring out which girls are even worth going out on a date with in the first place, so that you have a high probability of winning. You don't want to take chicks out that clearly are using you for some other ulterior motives, especially you successful guys that got some money and live a good life. Like, a lot of these girls will come in and try to meet you and try to muscle you into a dinner date or something cool activity so she could take pictures for her social media. That's number one. Number two, the different types of dates that you go on. Obviously, you got the coffee date, low investment, but at the same time, harder to sexualize. You got the drinking date, which easier to sexualize, but costs a little bit more money. Then you got three, the dinner date, which is a higher investment type thing, but you're going to have to screen the girl, just like Prince was talking about, where he's talking to her a little bit more before he even invites her out to do that. And he's doing it on his terms. And then he also even switches it up where right before they're supposed to meet for the dinner date, he switches it to a drink date right last second to see what she's made of. And then lastly which that's some free game right there. I didn't even think about that one. And then the last one is obviously bringing her back to your house, but you got to be cognizant of the type of girl she is. You got to screen her and make sure that you don't get set up, man. Because I'm telling you guys, girls rob dudes all the time. It's just not put in the news because guys don't report it. They don't want to look like a sucker or get made fun of or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? So, cool. Now let's go into number three. Okay. And this one, guys, is very important. And this is what a lot of guys mess up.
Round 3.
So with this one, we're going to talk about logistics, man. I can't tell you how many guys I know that are trying to close on terrible logistics. Guys, logistics is so important that if you live in a rural area where it's very difficult to pull a chick back to your place, you need to start contemplating how you're going to get out of there and move somewhere else where you have favorable logistics.
Yep.
Logistics is half the game, man. It is so important, critical. You know what I'm saying? Prince, you want to touch on it real quick?
Yeah. So for example, man, I mean, this is not the sole reason I moved from where I lived, but for example, I used to live in a small island called Barbados. It's very small, maybe 250 people, 250,000 people in that island. So my pool is very small. So I can sit there and complain about, oh, I can't get dates, or oh, I can't do this and that. And that's kind of how it was at the beginning, but not after. But my point is that, like, I moved from there to Florida, to Miami, and my pool just widened up so much. So all I have to do, work on myself, get myself in order, and just being in the right location and being at my type of age, I can easily, like, be in the right environment to get what I want. So I'm saying that to say, like, guys, for setting up like location and logistics, you need to set it up so that you're in the right area, you're in the right mindset and the right mind frame where you can actually take advantage, and you set up the dates, man. You're the one that's in control. Don't be complaining about, oh, I'm in Minnesota and it's like very cold and I can't go outside to talk to bro. Move then if you're complaining. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, logistics is important, man. Like you guys gotta understand is that sex is sales. Okay. My boy John from Modern Life Dating, we talk about this all the time. Like when the lead is hot, you need to close it when it's hot. Okay. So if she's got to drive out, you guys have a good drink, you guys have a good time, whatever. And then you're like trying to, keep the romance going. Right. And like, cause here's the thing, like a lot of you guys, like you want to try to get the mood going, everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to kill the vibe by driving her out like 100 miles to your farm so that you can close, bro. Like, she's going to be like, wait, what?
Run.
She's automatically going to have her, her radars up. Like, what's going on? Why are we driving out so far? Like, what's this dude trying to do? You know what I'm saying? But like when you live very close to the bar or you live close to the metropolitan area, wherever you guys are meeting up, etc., it's like kind of, it's a more natural way to do it, because you guys got to understand is that you got everything when you're doing on a date, it's got to be nice and smooth, man, and smooth escalation. So it shouldn't seem forced. But when you're like driving like 20-30 miles out to like get to your place because you want to live out on in a farm or whatever, have all this open land, like, yeah, that's cool, but like your chances of closing on a first date are going to be severely diminished, man, because you need to close the lead while it's hot, and time kills all deals, guys. So you need to get your logistics in place to be successful. Okay. So that means if you're living with your parents, you need to start saving some money and getting out. If you have like an annoying roommate that like you hate or whatever like that isn't helpful with you getting action. Because here's the thing, a good roommate can definitely help you if you have one, like a guy that's game aware and like he also has like social media clout, whatever, not social media clout, but like clout where he can like help you meet women, go on double dates. But if you have like a guy that's like a dork, and the chick shows up and she sees him and he's a dork, she's like, oh, she's going to feel uncomfortable. She ain't going to want to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman's comfort is very important before she, moves on to anything physical. So set up your logistics in a way where you are set up to win, guys. The sexual marketplace is already hard enough for us as men, guys. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta literally control, you gotta maximize the things that you can actually control in your favor. And logistics is definitely one of them. So, let's see here. All right, so we're gonna move on. Prince, anything else on logistics?
Yeah, man. Just real quick, like also as well, like I remember saying, time is very important. So let's say you have an area of condensed bars you can go there, because you can take it from one spot to the next, and it's low barrier for time. You're just like one bar, next bar. Like we always say, multiple venues give multiple experiences, and girls like to feel like you planned out the date. Very important, guys. Like real quick, if you don't know where you're gonna take the girl for the date, don't even invite her, bro. Because girls like to be invited to a set of things that you planned out for her date, and that's how they like to be taken care of. So if you can't do that, bro, don't even invite her on a date. Just go play with yourself.
You're indecisive, bro. She's gonna show up on date and be like,
really, nigga?
And she's immediately lose attraction for you, bro. So don't be one of these indecisive guys, man. Women are the indecisive sex. Like, let's just keep it real, Yeah. So you gotta be the decision maker.
We got a super chat here. Black
Star with the $5 super chat saying salute. Thank you so much, bro.
That's you, bro.
And you know what I'm saying, that we appreciate the support that all you guys are giving us. 94 live viewers right now, guys. Please get the like button. Obviously, this type of content gets censored and demonetized all the time. Obviously, we're keeping it clean for you guys so that it stays up and we can reach more men and help them out. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to Prince's channel, CEO Lifestyle. We're going to start doing shows on his channel on Tuesdays, and then we're going to do the Fresh and Fit podcast is going to be on Tuesdays and on Thursdays, 6 p.m. On Prince's channel is going to be CEO Lifestyle on Tuesday, 6 p.m. And then on my channel, Thursday, 6 p.m. as always. And we're going to be tackling topics for you guys. A lot of them are like whether it's dating, self-improvement, whatever it may be, running game in Miami, running game in Fort Lauderdale. I know you guys love those types of episodes. So thank you for all the support. And obviously our social medias are up top. So anyway, let's get into number 4. Okay.
Round 4.
So with this one, guys, this is leading the entire date, man. This is, bro, this is probably going to be one of the most important ones. If not the most important one, because because everything else stems from this. Prince, you kind of want to touch on this one first, and then.
Yeah. So actually, funny story. We went out on kind of like a double date, me and Myron, and we had this chick I was talking to. We were like, hey, so we're just curious. If a guy takes you on a date and doesn't lead, is that attractive or a turn off for you? And guess what she said? Complete turn off. Because think about it, right? She's coming to your frame to get a good, fun experience. If you don't lead and you let her lead, she's going to be like, why am I even here? Well, I could have been doing this by myself. So you need to make it as smooth as possible for her and for yourself. And just plan it out from the jump. Also, as well, you dictate the frame, because I didn't date guys. You're the one leading the interaction. I mean, she's going to allow you to take control at a point, but at the same time, you're the one that's going to start it off. So plan where you're going to eat, plan where you're going to go drink, plan where you're going to go end up at the very end. Make it smooth and calm, and you should be good to go. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, guys, you got to understand that, like, if you go on a date with a chick and you start, like, deferring to her authority, she's immediately, her radars are going to come off. Her beta radars are going to come off, and she's going to start to instantly lose attraction, because no matter what women want to say, with the social constructs of, oh yeah, men and women are equal, and, they want to use this politically correct BS about, men and women are equal contributors in the relationship, all that other stuff. The reality is this, man. Women are hardwired to look for a man that they can defer to. They want to follow a strong man. Men lead, women follow. I don't care what anybody says, these politically correct dorks that want to sit here and say, no, it's 50-50. Nah, bro, nothing gets done by committee. There's always a leader. That's why there's a president of the United States. Shout out to him.
You are fake news.
And you know what I'm saying? And there's always a CEO, whatever it may be. You cannot get things done by a committee. There's got to be one decision maker. And if you let her be the decision maker and be the leader, she's going to lead you all right to the end of the relationship.
Facts.
Begins. So this leadership needs to begin on your first interaction with her, guys. When you show up on the date, it's basically, I need you guys to think of it as like literally a fight between the two of you. Not physically, but it's literally your frame versus hers, right?
It's time to do.
And you need to let her know off rip, you know what I'm saying? You're Exodia. She can't beat you. You know what I'm saying? She's got to fall into your frame. She's got to follow what you do. And the easiest way to do that is by planning the date, guys. You got Tommy Lahren over here crying that make plans. Even though she went on a rant and, everyone clowned her in the manosphere, she is speaking some truths that no matter how high value a woman is, right? This woman, she believes in feminist ideals. She's a millionaire. She's worth like $3 million. She works on Fox News, whatever. She still wants to fall into the authority of a man. So that tells you right there, no matter how high value a woman gets, she still wants a guy to lead her.
Yes.
For successful women, however, is that their pool of candidates shrinks, because as a woman becomes higher value, she can't date down, man. Women aren't like us where they can date down. We'll happily date down, but women can't do that. You know what I mean? Especially if they're going to take someone seriously. So with that said, you got to come in and be the leader. Okay. Now, with that said, we're going to go into number 5, which touches on the leading. Okay. And me and Prince talk about this all the time, guys. And it's literally very important because especially on a first date, and if your goal is to try to get laid, and that is, Prince, what is it? Number 5?
Multiple venues.
Boom,
yeah, man.
Baby. You know what I'm saying? And here, guys, go ahead, brother.
It's funny because I heard this years ago, right? Actually, shout out to Corey Wayne, man. Like, my first couple dates, I read his book like 10 to 15 times, and like I applied that, and I got such good results, bro. And I was a nerd, bro. I stuttered. I was very like geeky, super skinny. And I just followed what he said in a book, and I got laid, bro. So my thing is like, okay, if you're gonna meet a chick, like she wants to have a fun time, and think about it, right? You know that song, girls just want to have fun.
Facts.
That is so true because think about it, right? All day she's either working at a job, she's living with her parents, and she's like stressed out for the most part. That's her fault, but whatever. And she wants to have a good time with you. So you take her out, take her to one bar, 2 bar, 3 bar. Guess what? She had multiple experiences with you. She's like, you know what? This guy's actually pretty cool. He's comfortable. You know, we're dancing, we're holding hands. You're mind you, this whole time you're also escalating slowly, but you're like, you know, going for the handhold. You're also like, you know, buying drinks, whatever, having a good time, laughing, making her laugh, stuff like that. And all these multiple experiences are gonna be like, yo, this guy's cool. And it's funny. Almost every time I go on a date, the girl's like, I feel like I've met you, like I've known you before, just because like I feel like I know you. And I've only seen her one time because I took her to multiple spots. We had a good time together, and she's relaxed and comfortable. Guys, very important. If you take her to multiple spots, for example, let's say you don't, and you take her to one spot, and she's gonna get bored. She's gonna be like, oh, we've been here for like an hour, and I'm just like, you know, this is kind of boring. Everyone's just sitting down. Like, take her to new spots because she can get another like type of like energy from different places, and like just bounce off of that. You get me? So multiple spots always.
Before I talk about my point with the multiple venues, we got John from Modern Life Dating in the house here, checking in from Okinawa while he's on vacation. Thanks for tuning into the stream, brother.
John,
go sub to his channel, guys. Body Language Mastery coming out at the end of September 24th. Definitely make sure you guys enroll in there. I'll be in there helping him out. And you know, we got all kinds of high value guys in there teaching you how to date, get your money right, cryptocurrency, investing, real estate, fitness, everything, man. So we got a bunch of leadership. You know, so shout out to John from Modern Life Dating, showing love in here. It's one of my mans right there. Okay, so let's go. So I'll talk about why it's important to go to multiple venues, guys. So the reason why it's important to go to multiple venues, especially if you want to try to close, is that just like Prince was saying, she's going to feel more familiar with you, okay? Because when you go on to multiple venues, you're able to change the aura of the date. And then on top of that, you're able to change the vibe of the date, okay? Now, when number one, you're building comfort because there's a couple of things going on here that are subconsciously happening that you might not even notice when you take her to multiple venues. Number one, we talked about how it's important to lead the date, right? So when you go to the first spot, you get a drink and you say, all right, we're going to go on an adventure to the next spot. Get up, let's go. That's going to create intrigue. Women love mystery. They love intrigue. They love, like, just like Prince was saying, girls just want to have fun. Literally, this is why women flake on you, because they met another guy that can give them more fun. Like if you say, hey, let's go on a dinner date. And then she says, and then some other guy comes up, hey, I'll take you on a boat ride. Even if you're more sexually attractive, she's going to go with the guy that's giving her the boat ride, man, because that's more fun. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you can't internalize rejection or girls flaking on you, because women literally pick the highest bidder, man. That's just the way it is, guys. So with that said, you need to be fun, right? And the spontaneity, the adventure, the mystery, that's what it does when you're able to take it to multiple venues. Number two, it displays your leadership abilities, right? When you show that you're a leader, it's a very attractive feature in a man, because a lot of guys, man, they'll sit there and be like, so babe, what do you want to do? Whatever. Nah, man, that's not how we roll. You got to let these chicks put some
respect on my name.
You know what I'm saying? So
when y'all say my name, put some respect on it.
However, when you're leading, she's automatically going to have to defer to your authority. And what happens when she defers to your authority? Inevitably, that means she respects you. That's why we always tell you guys it's important to pay, because when you pay, you can dictate the terms of the date, okay? And then number three, the reason why it's important to take her to different venues, guys, is you're able to physically escalate at each new location.
Yep.
All right, hold on. You're able to change the undertone of each location and escalate organically. You understand? So at the first spot, I'll tell you guys how I run it. At the first spot, it's sitting across from each other, talking, and I treat it like it's a job interview. Basically, you know, she's applying to work at Gaines Enterprises, okay? To join the team. And I basically make her qualified to me. And this is the thing, guys. Never deny a woman the privilege of qualifying to you as a high-value guy. Say that again. Yo, a lot of free game right now, guys. Never deny a woman the privilege of qualifying to you as a high-value guy, okay? Women respect men that they have to work for. You understand? Women are most attracted when they're chasing your validation, your approval. It doesn't work the other way around. And the reason for that is because women need to date up. They need to feel like they're getting the best deal. You understand? And the only way that they'll be able to get an honest signal that you're the highest value guy in their life or whatever is if they're constantly chasing. Women will never tell you this, but they want to compete. Okay. This is why Future, Drake, these celebrities, athletes, blue check mark guys, women will happily share them, bro. They will happily share them because women know deep down that these 1%ers, these super high value guys, they're hard to come by. And one of the consequences of dealing with men like this is they're always going to sleep around and deal with other chicks.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So women will happily share a high value guy. You just need to be that guy and don't listen to the BS about, oh, I need a guy that's loyal and faithful. Like, nah, bro, like who you trying to fool, man? Like, like get out of here. We're going to, what I'm saying? Like popping you back into reality about how chicks really mate select. They're just not going to tell you this because it's politically incorrect. It's going to make them look bad. Anytime you expose unflattering realities about how women select their male counterparts, they're going to fight you back on it because it's unflattering. If you tell a chick, oh yeah, you chicks want to get with rappers because they got money and clout. Oh, I like personality and all the other stuff. But it's like, no, it's hardwired into them to like guys of social status. Just like you like a chick that has a nice booty and long hair and is attractive with a slim waist, whatever it may be. That's how women look at high value guys. So they can't literally, they're wired to like it. So when you're going on a date and you're showing these traits and you're taking them to multiple spots, and then on top of that, you're making her qualify to you at the first spot, it's going to lead to attraction. So when you take her to the second spot and you start touching her, it's going to be natural. Remember, guys, a big reason why a lot of you guys fail on first dates is you guys don't touch the girl in the beginning of the date. You need to escalate nice and slowly, okay?
Friend zone.
Yeah, bro. You don't want to like meet her on the date, right? And then like immediately as soon as you meet her, like, oh, yeah. And then you go for the kiss and she's going to be like,
Surprise, motherfucker.
You don't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Everything that happens needs to be a nice, smooth transition where, you touch her hand, then you lead her small of her back, then you might touch her clothes, touch her hair, and then by the time you kiss her, it's just a natural trajectory forward, guys. Like she's expecting you to kiss her. You get what I'm saying? So you never want to go in and do like some weird stuff that like from 0 to 100, bro. Like don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to go to multiple venues because you're able to spike emotions, right, with this intrigue and the mystery. And then on top of that, you're able to escalate physically as well as you move her to different venues because each venue is going to become more and more intimate. Does that make sense? So, Prince, I know you probably want to touch on that, man. I ranted there a little bit.
No, I'm pretty good on this, but we got a super chat here. This is someone saying that we have too much
good
game
bar
here.
This one?
Good bar.
Yeah. Hey, Good Bar with the Good Bar B with $4.99. I have to donate too much game spin. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man.
Like before we did the show, me and Prince were like, bro, this is good. We had to like cut back some of the content because we're like, not too much. We're about to give you guys how to deal with harems, how to make her a plate after this. Like we'll have to do that on another episode.
Yo, real talk. We give you guys some good game, man. Like for real, like some free good game, guys. So there you go.
And then Robert Sananas, do you sit next to her at the second venue? We'll answer that at the end, Rob. So just Prince, can you make a quick note of that on the side? Just the questions, and I'll get the phone lines fired up. Okay. So the multiple venues, guys. So we covered that, why it's important to go to multiple venues. Number six, man.
It's gonna be.
You got it, Prince. Go ahead.
Social proof of venues and the importance of knowing people, right? So I play into this a lot because, like, guys, wherever I go, I make friends in terms of like acquaintances, and they know me from like this is my personality and my vibe is cool. So I make friends everywhere. So in this case, right, when you go on a date, imagine you pull up to the spot, right? The bouncer knows you, the bartender knows you, the people in the venue know you. You're like, oh, what's up, bro? What's up, Prince? Good to see you again, bro. She's like, wait, how does he know all these people? Like, who is this guy? And just that social proof alone is like, wow, this guy's like on his stuff. Like he's really cool. And funny enough, right? I'll go to like a club and I'll wear this chain, right? My CEO chain. So like the most might not remember, might not even like know my name or remember it, but he's gonna remember this chain right here. So this like kind of makes me stand out when I go to the club, and it works really good because one, the bouncer knows me, the bartender, and then people know me as like, oh my god, welcome back, Prince, good to see you. And then she sees all that and it's like, okay, cool. So that kind of like gives me like free leverage to like move further. For example, like let's say she was kind of like nervous about me. Now she's comfortable with because she knows that like, okay, this guy's cool. He knows people here, and he's not like a weirdo. So that's very good.
So I just had to address this real quick. Mike 23 is back in again saying no dinner dates on the first date.
Bro.
Dinner, Mike, we literally went over how to go on a dinner date without getting fleeced. Please rewind the show.
Mike, when you get 3 dates a day and you smash all 3, come back to me, bro. All right, keep moving, bro.
There you go, man. Like, listen, like there's always exceptions to the rule. Like, yes, on a balance of probabilities, dinner dates aren't good. But if you're able to do it in a certain way where it's high value, you're screening the girl and you do the tips we just told you guys on how to run a dinner date properly, you can 100% still close, which Prince does. So, Mike, I mean, just because it doesn't work for you doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't work for other people, which is why I don't do dinner dates either. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, dinner dates is inferior. Don't do that. It's stupid. Because like obviously Prince successfully does it. And this is the beauty of having different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? So he like now I might be able to, I might do a dinner date and use his tips that he just gave about, you know, changing the dinner date last second to see where she really stands with you, etc. Yep. So anyway, you know, you got to open up your mind, man, to other opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Game is you can't be one dimensional with this, man. As the times change, social media increases, whatever, online dating, whatever, you got to stay with the times, man. So anyway, so guys, so social proof at venues. Okay. This is huge. This is literally huge. So when you go out to multiple venues, the reason why this is also important, you should be familiar at all these places you take the girl to. Okay. So that when you go there, you shaking hands with the bouncer, shaking hands with the bartender. You're getting free drinks. They're giving you preferential treatment. You're skipping lines, all this stuff. And what you guys got to understand is what this does is it increases your social value without you necessarily having to overtly do it. Okay? Let me say that again. Oh, like, it was no, but yo, all jokes aside, like, guys, when you like are able to go to these venues and the people treat you well, right? And you like, and it's natural, like it's clear that you're like a regular or like whatever, that speaks a lot to you as a person. Let's keep it real. If you're shaking hands with the bouncer, the bartenders are giving you free drinks, people are saying what's up to you, high-fiving you, all this stuff, you're probably not an axe murderer, okay? So that's going to deal with the safety objection immediately. So down the road, when you say, hey, let's have a drink back at my place, she ain't going to be like, oh, I don't know if I feel comfortable doing that. Whatever. No, she's not, because you've already demonstrated social proof without having to overtly tell her. Guys, when you demonstrate things and she finds it out, like through, this is why we always say discovery trumps disclosure. So when she finds out naturally through you putting her in a position where she's going to see these high value traits about you, it's going to make closing the deal much easier down the road. And a lot of the times being successful on a date, guys, is covertly handling objections.
And yo, quick side note on that, bro. That's a very good point, because you know it's funny. I thought girls tell me like, look, how do you know all these people? Like, who are you? And then it's like, yo, like, you know everyone here, don't you? You come here often. That's a perfect tell. Like, okay, she sees my value from social proof, so it works out pretty good.
Yeah, no. So like, you know, because when you're showing this social proof, it's already it's saying things about you that you never had to say, and then she can remember, guys. If a woman can come to a conclusion on her own about your perceived status, you're winning, bro. You're winning, because it makes you much more high value because you didn't have to brag about it. She found it out on her own. For example, you know, you go on a date with a chick, you drive a Lamborghini, or you drive a really nice car, but you didn't like you didn't tell her, like, let's say you parked your car, gave it to valet, then you met her at the spot. And then later on at the end of the day, you're like, hey, do you want me to take you home or whatever? Or, you know, you want to come back to my place? Yeah, sure. And then you get the valet comes and then he brings your fucking nice car out. If she sees that and you didn't say a word about having a nice car or like how much money you make, she's immediately going to be impressed because you didn't have to, you didn't have to say anything.
Show off.
Found out on her own. Because most guys, what do most guys do? Most guys go on dates. They try to qualify. Oh, yeah, baby, I'm so good, whatever. And then next thing you know, it's like, bro, don't do that, you know?
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb?
Qualified to take on dates, man. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Let her find out these attractive things about you organically. You know what I'm saying? So when you go on a date and she's seeing a lot of people giving you social proof, like, hey, what up? And you're skipping lines, it says a lot, man. Because here's the thing. Girls getting preferential treatments at nice spots is typically something that only happens to women. It doesn't happen to guys a lot. So you, as a guy, get preferential treatment at a nightclub, a bar, whatever it may be, and the place that you're taking her, you're immediately going to get high points because that's going to distinguish you from all the other guys. Most guys got to wait in line. Most guys got to pay the bouncer to get in, whatever it may be. So if you're able to circumvent all that as a guy, way more potent than if a chick skips the line. You know,
real quick, just add to that, you're probably asking, how do you even do that? Really simple. When you go to the club, you say, yo, bro, to the bouncer, yo, bro, I also you here, bro. Good looks, man. Have a good night. You give him like a 10 or 20, just like a little slap. He'll be like, yo, thanks, man. I appreciate you. Next time he sees you, he's gonna be like, yo, bro, come in, dude. Don't wait in line, because you give him a tip. Same thing on the bartender. You know what? Yo, I love when you make me drinks. You're pretty cool. Like, here's a tip just for you. My name's Fresh Prince, whatever. Oh my God, thank you. Guess what? Next thing you show up, she's like, "Oh, I remember you. Oh, don't worry, I got it on the house." So just giving tips helps a lot too as well, guys. So
Yeah. So next, guys, we're gonna talk about getting her back to your place. Okay. Prince, you want to touch this one?
yes. So as we mentioned, guys, if you can set the logistics right, if you can go ahead and lead the date, if you take her to multiple venues, if you vet her before you take her on a date, and if you also get social proof as an added bonus, guys, it's only a matter of time until you say, you know what, let's step out to the crib and get some more drinks, or let's step out to the crib and chill. And if you did all that stuff from beforehand, she's gonna be comfortable, or she should be at least, and it'll be a lot easier for you. So getting her back to your place and what to do. Basically, all you're gonna do is after you did all those steps, you took her out on multiple venues, she had a good time. The night's getting pretty late. You say, hey, you know what? This is pretty dope, but let's step out to the crib and chill. And she's probably gonna say yes. And when she says yes, you just go back. You put on some music, you put on maybe a video, maybe Netflix if you're bold about it, and just talk a little bit more, chill, and make your move.
All right, guys. When it comes to taking a girl back to your place, you guys got to understand one thing. Your first name is plausible. Your last name is deniability.
DeMarco.
All right. So what I mean by that is that you need to create some type of reason why you guys need to go back. Okay. Let's say you have a guitar at your house and you're a musician. You would say, hey, listen, but what you do, you don't do it right before you're going to take her. You tell her earlier on the date, hey, I play the guitar, whatever, I'm pretty good. I've done some songs, whatever it may be. You should definitely check me out sometime and hear it. And she'll be like, oh my God, I love to hear it, whatever it may be. Right. And you kind of sprinkle that little tidbit in the beginning of the date, right?
Nice. That's smooth.
You know what I'm saying? Because what you're doing is it's going to be much smoother. Like a lot of the thing about game, guys, is setting yourself up to win and handling objections before they even come up. So if you tell her earlier in the date, hey, you should definitely check me out, play some guitar. I got my guitar back in my place. Or we should have a drink on the balcony. Or, hey, I got some White Claws back at the place. That's what I like to do. I like White Claws. You know what I'm saying? You guys can make jokes all you want. But the point is that you need some kind of excuse to get her back that's not crass, okay? Because you guys got to understand that, breaking that third wall and telling her, oh yeah, we're gonna smash back at my place. A lot of girls don't want to hear that, man. They just want to be along for the ride, and they just want it to happen, guys. They don't want to feel guilty about hooking up with you. And if you do anything that's going to make them feel guilty, they're going to object. They're just going to object, man. Because you guys got to understand that women are hardwired to not want to be shamed for hooking up with you. So knowing that as a man, that these are objections that are probably going to come up, aka I don't want to be considered a hoe, whatever it may be. You got to be sensitive to that and use your social IQ to handle that objection earlier on. So you need to become plausible deniability. Okay, so use some kind of reason to get her back to your place that isn't crass. Okay, yes. unless it's obvious that you guys are on, whatever it may be. That's one thing. But you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot and say some dumb stuff like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bang the smack out of you when we get back. The mode 1 stuff works. Don't get me wrong. I just had Alan Roger Curry on my show before, but notice how he did that when he opened her. We're talking about the date now. You know what I'm saying? So he when he's talking to her, getting the interaction started, he's using mode 1 to discern if she's an attention whore or she actually likes him. But when you're on the actual date with her, out and about, you got to show a little bit of respect and not be a crass idiot. Use a little bit of social calibration. So okay, I know we got some super chats here. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. Yes. Okay, Robert, he asked this earlier. Don't worry, we'll answer that. Hold on, guys.
Red sings the blues, my boy. Shout out to him.
Tomorrow, Myron. Thank you for coming on. Hey, no worries, dude. Hey, yeah, we're gonna go live tomorrow. I think at 4 p.m. guys on Red Sings the Blues on his channel. So you guys definitely tune into that.
Yeah, we did one as well with myself and him. So check it out as well.
Myron, what's your go-to plausible deniability line? I'll say this. I'll say, hey, I got some White Claws back, or you want to have a drink on the balcony, something like that. You know what I mean? Okay, Black Star, White Claw, Soldier Boy.
White Claws.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drake.
I got to watch my figure, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, okay. So anything you want to touch on that, Prince, about getting them back to your place?
I mean, you brought up a good point, man. Just mention what you do. I mean, for me personally, I'd be like, yo, you want to see my podcast studio? Ta-da!
There you
It's in
go.
my bedroom, so that's super easy. And then the view's right there with the balcony, so it's like a double play. And then I'm like, yo, I have no TV in here, so I guess we got to do something else.
Whoa.
Nah.
You just be like,
Get over here!
No. But like, I make it smooth, man. You know, I make it smooth. But yeah, this is my studio, so I just show her my studio. And I'm like, yo, okay, this is funny because I'll be like, yo, so you ready? She'll be like, ready for what? I'm like, ready for my OnlyFans video. I'm gonna turn on the camera right now. You ready? And it's funny because I can see her reaction. Is it like damn, like okay, or she'd be like, oh, you're a naughty boy. I'm like, let's do it. So it's just funny.
there you go. And there's a million ways to skin a cat, guys, which is why we give you different options. All right, next, getting her back to your place. Okay, we're going to number 8, and this is, I had to put this in because a lot of guys miss this. Guys, before you even leave to go on a date, make sure your place is clean, man. Yo.
Rewind, select.
I really got to harp on this, man. Yo, you have to have your place spotless before you leave. And the reason why is that when you bring her back, you need to be congruent to the high value persona that you've already shown yourself to be during the date. If your place is all disheveled, messed up, dirty, whatever it may be, she's not going to feel comfortable, man. She's going to feel weird. It's going to be strange. Like, you want your place nice and clean so that when she comes in and you tell her, hey, take off your shoes, because you're slowly, escalating by telling her to do that, she's going to feel comfortable taking her shoes. She shouldn't walk in and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, no. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that, man. It's got to be clean. Now, here's another pro tip. Clean your bathroom. Yo, last thing you want is for her to go into your bathroom and see like a bunch of poop stains or whatever. She's going to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you do not want that to happen, man. Like, your place is like, and here's the other thing too, guys. Pro tip. She's going to check your medicine cabinet. She is 100% going to check your medicine cabinet. Make sure you're not on some like STD medication. You don't got the HIV. You don't got the AIDS. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? She's going to check your medicine cabinet. So if you do have some embarrassing medication or anything like that, bro, you better hide that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't have her like, you do not want her alarm bells to be going like. So make sure that because if you do that, then next thing you know,
Denied.
So make sure you hide anything that is going to make you look unattractive, and make sure your bathroom is clean, guys. I'm telling you, because she's going to always ask to use her bathroom, especially if she's feeling hot and wants to get laid. She's going to go to the bathroom first to, make sure she's all good down there. So, and when she's there, she's going to check your bathroom out. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's going to make sure you're not on any crazy pills or anything like that. And then here's the other thing too. You don't necessarily have to do this, but like, she might, if she sees other girls' hairs there, it's not the worst thing. It's a sign of pre-selection. I don't care, but if you're worried about it, clean up your bathroom, make sure there's not other signs that girls have been at your place. But me personally, I think it's a DHV. Prince, what's your take on it?
Bro. Man, I hate when that happens, bro. Like, no matter how good you clean, there's always hair left over. It's like,
facts.
Who's this? Oh, my sister. Mind you, she doesn't have a white girl hair, but overall, man, like, yeah, Myron's right. Like, you should clean your spot. I mean, that's normal. But for me, I'm kind of lazy, so like, maybe once a week or twice a week, I'll have a maid come through and clean, and that helps a lot. But I'm kind of like super lazy, so I really don't follow that tenet, so to speak. But it does work because, one, the clean spot, she's more comfortable, and then two, she's more likely to take her shoes off. Actually, pro tip, my boy that lives up north here in Florida, what he does is he'll say at the very beginning, hey, I don't walk with shoes in my house. Take your shoes out at the front door. That way, off rip, her shoes are off, and she's like, okay, cool. So that makes it a lot easier. But yeah, when it comes to like cleanliness, I'm not the most cleanest person. I got a furry, hairy
Japanese
shed
fox
full fox that just sheds hair everywhere. Even this black shirt, bro, is like, so yeah, I'm not the cleanest, but like as Myron said, if you can, definitely do it.
Yeah, man. You guys gotta keep your place like clean. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you won't if you're gonna tell her, hey, take your shoes off, and your place looks like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God!
she's gonna be like, nah, I'd rather keep my shoes on. Your place is disgusting. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
So you want to keep your place nice and clean, and then it's a huge DHV for you as a man because a lot of guys are slobs. So if your place is nice and clean and kept right, like, dude, it's gonna say a million things about you without you having to say anything. Like, you guys got to understand that congruency when it comes to dating girls is your best friend. You have to purport yourself to be a high value guy, be high value, and show that in all aspects of your life. You understand? She should feel like, wow, like this guy is like, he's got his stuff together. Like, you know, I don't want to really miss out on this. You know what I'm saying? Because then she's gonna want to defer to your authority and everything like that. So, Prince, anything else before we go into the last two?
No, I'm good to go, bro.
All right. The top two things left. Oh man, this is gonna be good.
I think, bro. I think this might need to go on Patreon, bro. This is too detailed, bro. This is too it's too serious, man. Hey, okay, you know what? Nah. You know what? If you guys want to hear these last two, put one in the chat right now. If not, we're gonna end it right here. If you want to hear it, put a one in the chat. If not, we're gonna end it right here. The last two.
I'm gonna fire up the phone lines while we do that.
I'm gonna give you a hint. It has to do with seduction. So if you want to hear these last two topics, put a one in the chat. If not, we're done. Let me see some ones. Okay, my boy Aaron Spencer. What's up, Spencer? Chris P, Iggy, Pedro, Robert, Bob Marley in the house. One love. Okay, we got Q likes donuts. Okay, a lot of ones here. Okay, dope. Okay, cool. So Myron, we gotta give it to them, bro.
Yeah, I guess so, man. All right, Prince, you take it away. I'll get the phone lines fired up. Go ahead.
Cool. So seduction, physical escalation is number 9. So what is seduction and what is physical escalation, right? So that entails touching, feeling, kissing, and all the other stuff that leads to that, leads behind that, right? So you're probably asking, okay, cool. She's back at my place. It's clean. I did all the other steps. What do I do now, right? So I'm giving you guys my one-on-one tips. Hopefully my girls aren't watching this, but they probably are going to watch it, but it's fine. I lose girls for you guys all the time. Me and Myron, it doesn't matter.
Like, man, yo.
Yeah, I've lost like 20 girls, but it's okay. You know why? Because at the end of the day, this is for you guys.
Constantly taking L's, man.
Yeah. Oh, we're still getting ones, man. Shout out to M Powell, Pro Special, Black Star. Love you guys, bro. Okay, cool. So first thing I'll do, bring it to the crib. I'll turn on some music. So I like Tory Lanez. I like some Future, some Drake, whatever is good to listen to. I'll put on, and then I might ask her, "Hey, what kind of music are you into?" She'll be like, "Oh, I like reggaeton. I like this or that." So then I might switch it up and put her whatever she likes, right? So then I'll play with my dog a little bit with her, show her my view, show her my studio, not OnlyFans, but my podcast studio, and at this point, I'm kind of making her comfortable, getting her, her key to my surroundings. There's a balcony here. And then I may even ask her, hey, what's the craziest place you ever had sex in? She'll probably be like, oh, maybe the beach or maybe my car. And then, mind you, at this time, I have some wine probably in her hand and my hand. So we're talking on the balcony. And I'll be like, yo, so you ever had it on the balcony? And she'll be like, oh, no, I never did on the balcony. I was like, well, today's your lucky day. But no. But that's kind of how I kind of ease into it. It's kind of just a natural selection. And then also as well, this whole time, I'm basically holding her hand. I'm touching her, obviously very subtle, on the shoulders, just playing playfully, whatever. Mind you, the music is on, the ambiance is there, the lights are low, we're on the balcony, and we're making those moves. Now, when it comes down to the final stage, I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna show you something here real quick. I'll go inside, shut the door, and then get to making a move, whatever. I'll start kissing, whatever.
The show will go live in 5.
Overall, guys, use what you have to your advantage. That could be I don't know, maybe you live with a roommate. You say, hey, this is my buddy. He's pretty cool. If he's cool, by the way. Then take her somewhere else. Show her your, I guess, maybe if you balcony, great. If you don't, then maybe your backyard, I guess. I don't know. But it's something cool. For example, Myron brought up a good point. If you play a instrument, like a guitar, whatever, show her your skills. Show her if you make video content, show her your content. Show her whatever you're good at. You get me? Whatever that might be. And then she, just ease into turn on the TV. You got TV, music, whatever works for you. Because like we say all the time, guys, like there's no one shoe that fits all sizes. Do what's going to work for you and what you're good at. So, and naturally progress it to the close, which is like, kissing, touching, whatever. After you set up the mood, whatever, and the ambiance, and then you're pretty much good to go from there. Myron, you want to chip in?
Yeah, man. Okay, so guys, we got the phone lines open, 515-605-9740. Make sure to call in and keep it clean. But yeah, we got MPAL with the €5 super chat. Thank you so much, man, for the tip jar, gents. Thank you so much,
MPAL. Appreciate you
guys for the support. Bro, really, Prince hit the nail on the head, guys. So the thing is, man, is that you want to definitely have a good ambience at your house. Obviously, have it clean. And here's the thing: if you had been doing things correctly on a date, you know what I'm saying, where you were touching her already, you were kissing her. Because here's the thing, guys: you don't want to really invite her back to your place unless like you've already been escalating and she's been showing you favorable things. You know what I'm saying? Because last thing you want to do is waste your time with a chick that like is not gonna want to, you know what I mean? Because you're just gonna blue ball yourself. You're gonna get mad. So, but if everything's been going well, you've been demonstrating higher value. She's reciprocating on your advances, your physical advances. You've been doing it nice and smooth. Remember, we're talking about the compliance ladder. Every step that you take when you're touching her, the move prior it needs to be congruent, right? So if you had been touching her on the small of her back, it would make sense that you would hold her hand next. Then it would make sense you might touch her hair or touch her clothes. Then it would make sense you would kiss her. So it's that nice little escalation going up. You never want to have it where it's like,
Surprise, motherfucker.
because that's going to cause you issues. You know what I'm saying? So when you bring her back to your place, it's going to be a nice, smooth transition over where you can get a little bit more intimate, especially if you have, like I said, remember, guys, plausible deniability, whether it's you playing the guitar, showing her a trip that you might have done, a YouTube studio, something cool about you that you have that you can like kind of talk to her as a talking point. Okay. And then from there, always have wine at your place, always have some alcohol at your place, always have some kind of drink right there at your place, because when she's there, she might want another one. And, obviously don't force her to drink. If she doesn't want to drink, she don't got to drink, but like have something else there to like, to help with the mood. So like always have alcohol at your place, guys. Always have something. A lot of girls like wine. I personally hate wine, but I always keep a white and a red wine there at all times. And then I got like bottles of vodka and everything like that. Cause I'll tell you guys this, it's happened before. Cause me and Prince have been there where there's no booze and it's like, mood is done. And then it kills like the escalation. So, so you want to definitely have a place where you can easily seduce. But guys, you want to do the work up front where the date you've demonstrated all these higher value traits, the social proof with people saying what's up to you, the fact that you're paying for dates, the fact that you've led her, you've already been physically escalating, you're showing her a good time, you're creating that intrigue and that mystique. All these things work together. So by the time you bring her back, seduction's a foregone conclusion, guys. So do the work up front so that it's easier at the back end.
And by the way, guys will probably argue and say like, "Oh, I don't go on dates. I just invite girls to my crib." Guys, hot girls like 10s or 9s do not just come to your crib like that. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, even for me, it's happened before, but it was luck of the draw. It wasn't like every single time. So those dudes, I highly doubt you're buying a 10s or 9s. You're probably buying like 3s or 4s, but it's all good. We don't judge over here.
Yeah, that's 1,000% facts, man. Like a lot of guys will sit here and be like, "Oh, I'm taking no chicks on dates. I'm alpha Chad. They come straight to my place." Like, bro, what you're not doing is you're not being transparent. You probably were talking to that girl for weeks or months, talking to her on FaceTime or texting her. Like, you got to do the work at some point. You know what I'm saying? If she's coming straight to your house and you've barely done anything, I know for a fact she's not bad, bro, because the girls that are the baddest chicks are talking to celebrities and athletes. So why is she going to pick you going to your dusty apartment to have random sex with you when she could go get flown out by another guy? So I know for a fact that you guys aren't dealing with dimes for these guys who are like, "Oh, I'll bring her straight to my place." Like, bro, you could fool everybody else, but you ain't going to fool us, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. Like, it doesn't work that way. The most attractive women have far too many options to just have random sex with like other guys. Like the hottest girl, you guys got to understand something, man, about the most attractive women. The most attractive women leverage their sexuality for some type of return from the highest value guys.
Facts.
Every single time, bro.
Yo, can you repeat that, please? I feel like guys need to hear that.
Like, you got guys like Mike Emmon here. The hottest, most attractive women always their sexuality and return
Myron,
some type of compliance, man.
Myron, look what Mike 23 just said.
Let's see.
Put that on the screen.
I don't see where's
Put it on the screen, please. Can I just like destroy this guy right now,
yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead, sure.
bro?
You guys get some entertainment right now.
I'm about to start some beef right now, right? FedEx Fearless, bro. You said you bang 100 girls in 1 year, bro, in Colombia. I highly doubt that, bro. And secondly, as well, like you're banging girls that aren't from the US, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can't even compare to us, bro. So I'm just gonna say that right there. There,
Yeah.
I'm done.
I mean, bro, no comment. I don't even want to go into this Mike guy. Like, bro, you got to understand everyone has different strengths and weaknesses. Where you're at obviously changes your strategy of how you get women. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to pull that stuff here in Miami. I'll tell you that right now, bro.
Colombia is easy, guys. Guys, I went over there, bro, in Colombia. Clean up time. I didn't have to do anything, bro. Like, so for him to say that, bro, is kind of pointless, bro. Like, there's no point. We live in the U.S. right now. That's the market that we're in. That's what we're dealing with. So guys need help right now in this climate. So
Yeah, bro. I mean, like, dude, like when you say stuff like that, I already know, like, you're on some BS. Like, you talking about, oh, I don't take girls on dates or all this other stuff, bro. You would not last 2 days. You would not last 2 minutes in Miami trying to run that, bro. Because
and bro, the girl last night, well, me and Mike spoke about it. Cuban chick, bad as hell, beautiful. Picked her up, brought her back to the crib, and I closed. But guess what? That doesn't happen every single time. And she was like a 9. So it just depends. But to say off rip, you don't ever take girls on dates. Come on, man. Stop capping, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Mike, you want some BS, bro. We're giving this guy too much attention, though. And I don't know why you're mentioning other content creators here, bro. Like, you then go watch him. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to sit here and talk smack about other people, bro. Like, it is what it is. I know you guys want to try to get a rise and get some drama. We ain't going to do that. So we're going to keep positive out here. But anyway, going back with so we have questions. I know Robert Sananas had, so we're going to answer the questions now, guys. We got the phone lines open, guys. Go ahead and call into the show, 515-605-9740.
So Robert said, do you sit next to her on the second venue? I believe. Is that right, Robert?
Yeah, he asked, do you sit next to her on the second venue? So the first venue, guys, personally, and Prince could give his take on this after. First venue, I like to sit across from her so I can see her, right? And then we can have that dialogue, that one-on-one dialogue in person, right? And then the second location, I like to take them to a rooftop bar, and then we'll be standing next to each other. Or if anything, maybe we'll sit at the bar next to each other. That's okay. But like typically on the first location, I like to look at her. It's not as loud. It's a more open area where there's not like loud music or anything like that. So we can actually speak, see if we're compatible. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to like get a good look at her because like, yo, let's keep it real, guys. A lot of girls, they look a lot better in their pictures than in person. So you got to go out there and make sure you see her in the light, see what's going on. And go from there. And then the second place, I can sit next to her. And, that's where you can start like, I start like escalating really like at the second place. The first place is me just to vet her, make sure she's not annoying or she's not weird or awkward or anything like that. And then I just build up from there. How do you do it, Prince?
Oh, so second venue for me, I mean, bro, I'm always next to her. So it's never like sit on next to her. I'm always like next to her, period. So the thing is like, I'm always trying to like, have her feel my energy next to her, as in like I'm never like too far away. So she's always in my space, I'm always in her space, and it's like we're talking, we're vibing. Like, and by the way, like if you've got like a good vibe to you, like what does that mean? Just like you're friendly, you're cool, you're not like freaking over her, you're very chill. She's gonna enjoy that way more than you like trying to like show off whatever. So I always keep it like very close quarters, no matter where we go, bar, crib, wherever, and that's why I handle it. But yo, let's get to the calls, bro. Because
we got some calls on the line right now. I got 337 and 786. So 337, we're gonna get you on the air right now.
All right, how you doing, Myron? How you doing, Prince?
Hey, what's up, bro? You're on the Fresh and Fit podcast live. What's going on, man? What's your name and where are you from?
Jeff, and I'm from Baton Rouge. I think I called before.
Oh, okay. What's up, man?
Jeff, how you doing, bro?
See you again.
Yeah, nice to see you guys. Okay. So I went out on a date with this chick, right? And logistics were not in my favor. So I went out with her. We were in the car, whatever. Escalating, we're kissing in the car, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, I'm like, should we go back to your place? She's like, no, blah, blah, blah. We keep going, and I'm in the car, and she's like, she's like, no. And I'm backing off or whatever. I'm just like letting her do her thing or whatever. And then I'm like, if we can't go to her place, we can't go to my place because the logistics weren't in my favor, like I said before. So I'm on like 30 minutes on the other side of town, and she's really close. I want to say like 5 minutes or whatever. So I'm like, what do I do in that situation? Do I try to convince her to go back to the place, or I just let it go, count my losses? What do I do?
Prince, you want to touch on that one first, and then
Yeah. So I mean, if she doesn't want to go back to your place, bro, I wouldn't force the issue just because like maybe it wasn't enough for her to make that move. And if you said it's the first date, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the first date.
Yeah, first date.
Yeah. Okay. So very important, man. Like I know you're putting a lot of pressure on it, but you don't always have to close on the first date. In that scenario, bro, like because she didn't want to go back, I would have said like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, you know, at this point, like, you know, I'll set up the next date from there. But I wouldn't really like focus on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's hard to say because like, okay, was she like kissing and stuff like that in the car? She was.
Yeah, we were actually going further than that. Like I don't want to get too graphic, but you know, like
you were doing the thing with the fingers.
Supposed to go. Yeah, I was getting where I'm supposed to go, and I was like, man, do I make a like pull off in the woods somewhere? Like what the fuck? Like you know, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
See, in that scenario, bro, I would have did the woods, bro, because she don't want to go back. Cool, do your thing, bro, and then next time you go back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Myron.
yeah, no, I mean, bro. So this is why we always say, like, did you pick the venue?
Yeah. I picked the venue, but I didn't know she stayed that close. You know what I mean? I didn't know she stayed that damn close to the venue.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
so
the venue was it's like Midtown.
You gotta screen better. Like you gotta, before you even go on a date, you gotta figure out her logistics too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta
Right.
figure, like, because if you had like, see, that's why it's so important to know where she is, because let's say you're gonna pick an area that's closer to her, like, but like you were going to, but you know where she lives, then you know off rip, okay, I can't pick somewhere that's closer to her because she's gonna be less apt to go back with you. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's so important for you to like screen for logistics and set it up so that you can win. You know, because the problem is that she went on the date with you, her attraction level might have not been that high. And then she's like, all right, I'd rather just go back home than go 30 minutes out of my way to go to this guy's place. You know what I'm saying? You would have to really get her to like you for her to do that. So this is why it's so important to have it set up where you can't lose, you know, like she's closer to you. So like, it's just a natural thing. You know, it's just a natural way for her to follow you back to your place. So I would say just screen better logistics and, you know, do your due diligence, do your homework and ask her where she lives, bro. That's where you messed up. Is not figuring out where she lives.
Yeah, but Jeff, real talk, bro. Congrats on the back seat, bro. That's
but
the move, bro.
Well, you still, you know what I'm saying? You still did some work, man. So don't worry about it. But like, you know, you just next time, just set yourself up so that you can win.
You're right. I got you. Next time, parking lot. All right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro.
No worries, man. No worries. Anything else? Or is that it?
That's it. Appreciate you guys.
All right, man.
Jeff. Later, bro.
All right, bro. We're gonna move on to 786. Hey, Mike M, since you like to talk so much smack, bro, go ahead and call into the show, man.
Hey, call him, Mike. I'd love to talk to you, bro. Come on.
Mike, you know what I'm saying? You since you're such a guy and you know what you're talking about, you know, like, oh yeah, you know, this guy bangs chicks and he doesn't take them on dates and referring to other people, and you talking about you don't got to take girls on dates. You call in, bro. Let's see what you're talking about. All right, 786 on the line. Go ahead. You are on live with Myron and Fresh Prince CEO.
Hey, what's going on? It's Chris, your boy, Prince from Miami.
Hey, what's up,
Myron
Chris?
and Prince, what's going on?
Yo,
what's up,
Chris.
Chris is my boy. Actually, funny story. We met you.
Words.
Huh?
No. Go ahead.
Chris, how did we meet you, bro? Tell the audience.
Oh, we met you. I met you guys. I met Myron on Dump's podcast, and he was spitting facts. And then I met him doing a photo shoot actually recently. And it was such a smooth transition. These guys have game. Yo, these guys have swag. I'm telling you, I have so many stories with 2 days just meeting up these guys. So trust me, these guys know what they're talking about. So let's get it,
man. You, bro.
Love Chris. Hey, Chris, I saw you going back and forth with this dude in the chat, man. You got any words for him? Because obviously you're in Miami with us, so you know what it's like to get out here.
Yo, Miami is tough. I'm telling you right now. It's like you got girls out here competing with you got guys out here competing with celebrities, what guys with money. I saw a Grant Cardone jogging down the bridge one day.
Yeah, he lives out here.
I'm telling you, it's yeah, he does. I saw him twice, like jogging the same strip. So it's like these guys out here talking smack. But come to Miami, it's I'm telling you, it's another beat on its own. It's the line. The line's done right now. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. I mean, here's the thing, man. Like the reason why it's so hard to game here is because Yo, every top rapper has a spot out here, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. Wayne has a house out here, baby. All these guys, bro, Rick Ross, all these dudes have a house or some type of property here. That's why South Beach is so ratchet. A lot of rappers invested in South Beach and property there, and and the clubs, they play that type of music, so it attracts a certain kind of crowd. That's why we tell you guys don't go to South Beach. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't spend a majority of your time there. So it's very competitive here, bro. Everyone comes here to flex.
You see all these girls.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, and Myron's definitely right, because you come to Brickell or areas like downtown or Midtown or even Wynwood, there's chicks in groups, and these guys, man, they hop in, they show their cars, you see them, and what chance do you have if they come down driving down Brickell or Wynwood or South Beach with fancy cars and chains and stuff like that?
Yeah, man, it's just a very competitive environment. So like when people say stuff like that, I'm like, bro, you're obviously not.
You have no clue.
You have
we're
no.
Dealing with NBA players, football players. Like, God, come on, bro. Like we're doing out here for real.
Like I told you guys a story about how I lost a girl to Lil Wayne, right? Like this is just how it is. So like you can't compare us to dudes that are in other countries, bro. Third world countries gaming. Like it's not the same, because the thing is, if you're in a third world country running game, Philippines, Colombia, South America in general, Brazil, all these places, a lot of these, Thailand, a lot of these guys, these expatriates, they go out there and they kill it with girls. Because you guys got to understand, when you're I don't know if you guys left the United States before, but when you're an American citizen in these places, you're like a god, bro. Like you're like the equivalent of like a celebrity. You know what I mean? Especially if you like you have like some kind of like you have a unique look to you, like you're an African American or whatever like that, and you're in one of these places, like you're gonna have like some extra bonus points because you're exotic, bro. So it's gonna make it a lot easier to deal with chicks, to be attractive, whatever it may be. So like, yeah, like if you're in one of these countries, it's easy mode, bro. It's easy mode. But like we're teaching you guys how to get girls in one of the hardest cities. It's another thing to pull chicks in Miami, New York, LA, whatever, versus being in Medellin or any of these places. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna knock nobody, but I'm just saying like it's a fact. Like it is much harder to game in the West than it is in countries that are poor, especially when you're an American citizen or a Westerner. It's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's undisputed.
Chris, what's your question, bro?
Yeah, go ahead, Chris. What's up?
Yes, sir. So assuming that you did everything right? You got your place, like logistics, took them on a dinner and a date, you escalated, you touch and everything, take them to your place, seduction is on point, you get her laid and everything. So what's the next step? Because personally, my issue is not issue, but I've been coming up with a problem where after all that happens, you have sex with the girl. It's all right. You know what? She was pretty good. How can you make her come again? Because normally it's like, she hits, you have sex with her, and then how do you get her to come back to your place the next time, or without feeling like, oh, well, let me just, call her again. And you wait 3 days. Like, what's the process like that? So you can have her come over again and put her into your rotation.
Hey, good question.
Okay,
Myron?
We're going to do an episode on that, Chris.
Yeah, Chris, you just...
Chris, I'll hit you on the side and I'll tell you how to do it. But like, we're going to definitely do an episode on that, and let's actually plan it out.
Chris, I'm going to just say one thing, bro. Like you're right. How do you get her to come back? Because she has so many options, right? And I'm gonna text you, bro.
Yeah, Chris, actually help us make that. Yeah, Chris, help us make that one, and we'll because guys, Chris lives in Miami next to us, so we'll definitely set that up and we'll do it, because we're gonna do another episode on how to deal with chicks, run harems, how to retain them, etc.
Rotation, all that stuff.
Rotation. So we're gonna do an episode for you guys on that. So anything else, Chris?
And one thing, fellas.
Go ahead.
Not one thing, fellas. Listen to these guys. I'm telling you, I see him in person. I saw me and Prince went to Hooters one time and to order some food, right? This man came in with slides on, his CEO chain, just a black shirt with some shorts. He put up on Hooters. The girls was breaking their necks looking at him. And one of the girls was next. We had 5 girls around Prince, right? The one girl was looking on his phone. The other 4 girls were asking us questions, asking him questions, mostly because his chain was on point. And I'm telling you right now, these guys know how to get girls, especially in Miami. So Miami is that den, and you guys are learning from the best.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate the love, Chris.
Appreciate you, Chris.
Yeah, man. So we'll go on to number 504. I'm telling you guys, I mean, we got the receipts and we're here. If you could pull chicks here, you could pull chicks anywhere. Thank you, Chris. We're going to go on to 504.
Yep.
504, you're on the line with Fresh Prince CEO and Myron Gaines on the Fresh and Fit podcast, man. What's up, brother?
Good evening, gentlemen. I got a quick question. I was seeing a female, met her on Tinder. We met, had a little meet and greet. Everything was excellent, and she was vibing with me. I was vibing. I was basically almost in between her legs at the bar, and it was just a good vibe. So at the time, I was really going hard in the gym, right? And I was taking a supplement, and I noticed down there, that man place, it felt funny, right? So moving forward, we got to a point where we're going to get to the business, right? And so I noticed it wasn't going to happen. I was doing everything I could, but it's like that engine in the wintertime, or that battery dead. It just wasn't going to start up. I'm like, oh. And from the supplements, real talk. It was from the supplement. So the next day, I said, look, I apologize. I had a little too much to drink. And I said, look, I would love to get together again with you some other time. And so she told him, she said, well, maybe that just was a sign we should just be friends. I was like, what? From that.
So,
bro, actually,
well, you got this, Prince. You got this one.
Wait, play that. Hell no, please.
Play the what?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Oh hell no!
What's your name, bro?
Mike.
Mike. Yo, Mike, dude.
Yeah, Mike.
100%, bro. I know how you feel, bro. Right? And I was taking a supplement. I was just like not in the frame of mind to do it. And mind you, I've been waiting for this chick for a month to go on a date with. I finally get her on a date, take her back to the crib, and I can't do it, bro. And she's like, yo, man, this is kind of personal, but I'm gonna tell you, bro, because you called in, bro.
NRL guys.
And I just couldn't do it, bro. And funny enough, like I tried to get her back for the second date. I couldn't do it because guess what, right, Mike? She has so many options, bro. That if you can't perform that in that moment, it's kind of like, hey, maybe he thinks I'm ugly, or like she might think to herself, like, you know what, like he's cool, but like I need to have it on go. And if you can't be that guy at that point in time, that's it. So what I would have told you to do beforehand is I would have told her, look, you know what I'm saying, like I got something to do real quick. I got to bounce, and then try to get out as soon as possible, because the thing is, you can't really come back from that, because
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, to save it, you need to kill it at the point of entry. You can't wait until after. So for me, guess what? I never saw that girl again, and she probably never wants to see me again. But you know what I'm saying? I learned from that point in time, if I'm ever feeling that type of way again, I'm gonna, at that moment, yo, I like you a lot, but like I don't have sex on the first date. Say that, right? And it's kind of like she'll be like, what the?
Okay.
Like, see now you're getting her in her mind rather than losing her in your pants. So my thing is, at that point in time, if it ever happens again, because I know you're working on whatever, just say, hey, you know what? At this point, I got something to do. Like, you know what I'm saying, let's wrap this up maybe tomorrow or next week. But I don't have sex on the first date anyway. So, and then leave her like, what the, like, who is this guy? Like, why are you saying that? And also as well, after, I mean, you could try, bro. Like, say, you know what? Like, see, because then you have to cater to her, bro. Because now she has all the power. Because you kind of flipped on that one. Yeah, I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it, bro. Let's leave it.
Yeah, bro. This might be
thank you for that. I appreciate that.
This might be you might have to just consider this one a dub, bro. So here's the problem, man. Like
take that out.
Yeah, like here's the thing. I mean, here's a problem with this. Like, since you couldn't perform, bro, there's two problems with this. Number one, she probably thinks that she's ugly now. Like, I don't care what bro,
Yep.
if you're about to hook up with a chick and you can't get a boner or you can't come, she's gonna automatically think like, oh, he don't even like me like that. Because girls, like, if it really hits their ego
hard,
like hard, bro. Like if they can't if they can't satisfy you, because women know deep down that their primary agency is their sexuality. You know what I'm saying? No matter what they say, even the strongest feminist they know, bro. Like, they know their biggest asset is their sexuality. So if they can't even do that, that's going to hit them hardcore in the feels. So what she's going to do, and women do this all the time, she's going to preemptively reject you because she doesn't want to get rejected. And that's why she said, oh, I'm going to just put you in the friend zone. You know what I'm saying? But in reality,
the lie detector determined that was a lie.
what she really wants to, what she's really telling you is, I wasn't able to sexually satisfy you. I feel like crap. I can't go through this again. It hurt my feelings. So I don't want to go through that again. So from this point forward, bro, like, I mean, you could try to get another date, but it's going to be very difficult to sexualize because she doesn't want to go through that pain again of you not being able to perform. And I agree with Prince. Like, you know, if you guys know, pro tip, if you guys know that you're going to get the whiskey D, just go ahead and use a high value excuse to not hook up with her. AKA, I don't hook up with girls on the first date, or I don't know you like that. You pretty much switch the roles where you're being the one that she's being chased, which is rare sexually. Most girls have never been rejected from sex. So if you're able to do it, she's going to always remember you, bro, and end up, you know.
Perfect.
So yeah, man.
Okay, cool.
Yo, but Mike, real talk, bro. You're pretty brave for calling in and saying that because I kind of wouldn't do that. But yo, props to you, bro. Like, and you know, bro, you know what you could do, bro. Like, just move on, bro. Like, just find another chick because I know you're gonna think about it for a lot.
Move on.
Yeah, that's it, bro. That's it. That's all you gotta do, bro.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all take care.
No
Love,
worries,
bro.
For being vulnerable on the air, bro. We appreciate it. And you know, we all take L's, bro. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about it. Peace.
All right, man.
Later.
All right, bro.
Okay, so we'll answer the super chat right now. Robert Sinanis with the 279 Canadian super chat. Thank you so much for that, bro. Showing a lot of support, Rob. Do you ask for drink date on Tinder or you get number first? Prince, you want to do this one first? Or you want me to do it?
Yeah, Rob. So number first, always. Reason being is because you want to get it off the app as soon as possible. That means ASAP. Because guess what, right? You set up a date on the Tinder app, she might not even respond after that. And then you're dead. At least get the phone number so you have like a way of contact to call. And then from there, I'll set up the drink date. So always get out the app as soon as possible and then close it with the FaceTime or phone call or voice note.
Yeah, and let me tell you this too, bro. You got to understand, Rob, and everybody in here. When you meet a chick off a dating app, bro, as soon as a chick opens up her Tinder, she's just getting smacked with D's, bro. Just, you know what I'm saying? She's like getting literally smacked in the face with a million offers of D's. Like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, blah, 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 blah. So like, if she messages you, actually chooses you to message back, you need to build that compliance ladder immediately. And one of the first compliance tests is to get her off the app, man, because you got to break that crazy pattern that she's in of all the thirsty losers that are in there. I did an experiment, guys, where a YouTube video is going to come out with me and my friend Sowan. And she was hanging out with me in Miami. And I said, hey, make a Tinder account. I want to see what happens. Bro, within like 10 minutes, she had like 99 plus matches, guys. You know, and it was trying to tell her go on Tinder Gold to upgrade or whatever. Like within 10 minutes, man. So you guys
saw it.
And that, like, yeah, man, yeah, well saw. So like, yo, like, you got to understand that like with these Tinder, with like this online dating, women have all the leverage, women have all the options. So, and here's the other thing that these online dating apps aren't going to tell you: 80% of the users are men. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I know. Yeah, 80% of the users are men, guys. So with that said, the women have all the abundance. So like if a girl does respond to you on there, you got to get her off the app right away. And the big reason why is because you got to break the pattern. And then number two, you need to build that compliance. And actually number three, it's going to show a sign that she actually like likes you and she's not just attention whoring. If a girl tells you some BS, like, yo, I don't feel safe giving my number. Let's talk on here some more.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let her try to sell you that BS, bro. Like, if she likes you, she'll get off the app and try to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? She's just trying to siphon off more attention from you. And you never want your simp levels to go.
It's over 9,000!
No free attention, guys. So that's how you run it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, okay, we'll start coming here to a close. So, okay, Robert follows up. Okay, so you asked for drinks on text. Yeah, man. Yeah, so it goes like this, all right? You get the lead on the dating app. Move over to text. Once you get her on text, you try to set up the date. If you need to do a phone call to do that, go ahead, or a FaceTime call. I know Prince likes to do FaceTime calls, which is great because it kind of puts her on the spot. And he puts her like in a position where she's like uncomfortable. And I always say it, bro, you're in the best position when the chick is uncomfortable when she's talking to you. And then from there, set up the date while you're on the phone call, right? When the lead is hot, and try to set it up as quickly as possible, guys. Every single lead that you get, you should be working to close them fast.
Yep.
Okay. Time kills all sales. Let's see here. Oh, we got some other super chats coming in. Thank you guys for all the support. Listen, guys, Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You know, thank you so much for the support, guys. All these super chats, you guys watching, got a bunch of live viewers, man. This has been awesome. We're gonna keep making sure we give you guys the good content with the real deal stuff. So okay, let's keep going here. We got Kyle. Only women I match with on Tinder are scams. Okay, so
Good point.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna cover this real quick. So Kyle, right? It's funny because I said the same thing when I first got on Tinder. Now that I have like a good Instagram and good like pictures that are like top notch, it's changed for me. But I don't really use Tinder to swipe, bro. I use it for it to drag girls to my Instagram. So I'll put in my bio, like if you're looking for a fun, dope time, hit me up on Instagram at Fresh Prince CEO. And you'd be surprised. I got a bunch of leads from that. And then I'm telling you guys, a well-made Instagram page can get you way more girls than any dating app. 100%. I believe it 100%. I've done it. Myron's seen it. And like even now, I got 2 dates lined up from Instagram that I don't even know these girls yet. They just start following me like maybe yesterday. So I'm gonna say like get a good Instagram page set up. We have good photos, good dates, free stories, stuff like that. And then you want to worry about matches. But if you want to focus on Tinder, I would just say like it is kind of how to put this. For men, it is very hard to get matches, especially if you're not like high value or if you don't have like a good setup. So Myron.
Yeah. Which guys, we're gonna have a course on how to make your Instagram literally like a chick trap. Don't worry, we're working on that right now. We got an outline. We're gonna film that and we're gonna bring that out to you guys by the end of the year. But the point is with online dating with Tinder, the reality is this, man. Tinder is set up for you to lose. 100% set up for you to lose. We did a bunch of split tests. We released Pandemic Pickup, where I could describe the algorithm if you guys want. Someone shoot a super chat, and I'll do it. But in general, the Tinder is 100% set up for you to lose. They're just designed to fleece you as a guy and take money from you. Now, let's add to that as well that Tinder, a lot of women, especially here in Miami and major cities in general, that use Tinder as a funnel to get you onto their OnlyFans, their Snapchat premiums, their Chatterbait account, whatever it may be. They use it to funnel you to some kind of paid sexual content that they do, especially the most attractive girls. And if they're not trying to get you to go there, they're trying to advertise their Instagram, and they use it solely to build their Instagram. So with Tinder, you're gonna have to probably do resets fairly often to get reset in the algorithm so that you can actually have your profile shown to women. Because the thing is that since I told you guys 80% of the users are men, your profile a lot of the time doesn't even get shown to chicks. You know what I'm saying? And Tinder is also very dependent upon where you are. For example, if you're running Tinder in Colombia, right, as an American guy, a brand new account, you're going to kill it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do pretty well. I mean, yes, you're going to get a lot of prostitutes matching with you as well, but yeah, it's going to be good in Colombia versus like if you use it like somewhere here in Miami, after you don't have the reset anymore, it's going to be annoying because like a lot of chicks are going to be on there trying to advertise their OnlyFans or whatever. Like a lot of girls do that type of thing here in Miami. So you just got to be smart and understand what how to not get fleeced. You know what I'm saying? And know what it is. But like you're probably going to need to do a reset and maximize your profile. So yeah, especially if you're only matched with chicks that are scams. Other super chat. How many minutes should you spend at the first location? So Rob, you I need you to get out of this black and white mentality dealing with chicks, bro. I know you've asked us all a lot before, like how many minutes, down to the seconds and everything like that. You got to understand that it's all a game is nothing more than the ability to assess a social situation with the opposite gender and making the best decisions based on real-time effects that are real-time facts coming to you. Okay. So for example, let's say the girl's a little uncomfortable, she's a little awkward, whatever it may be. You might need to spend 40 minutes at the first venue versus if she's spontaneous, she seems fun, she's complying with your request, she's qualifying to whatever, she's showing better behavior, you might be able to get her out of there after one drink, 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So it really depends on the girl and then your level of game. Like the better you are at game, the quicker you're going to be able to size up situations and make the decision that's most conducive to you succeeding sexually. That's all game is, man. Making real-time decisions based on facts being given to you real time. So having a black and white outlook, like how many minutes, whatever it may be, that's a terrible mindset to go in because you guys got to understand women don't operate in logic like we do when they mate select. Keyword, when they mate select, they don't operate in logic. Let me say this. They do operate in logic, but they're not doing it overtly. And what I mean by that is that like they're selecting you because you're high value, you're successful, whatever it may be. These are hardwired in them. Okay. But how you make them feel as a man is what they actually respond to. You understand? So going off of like logical things like this. How many minutes did I do? Okay, I did this. I should get. It's never X plus 1 + 1 = 2 with chicks. It's always like 1 + 1 -3 minus another 5 and then add another 10. It's always like some weird stuff that you have to like know how to assess and make the proper decision of. So because every situation is different. This is why it's so hard to be good with women, because every girl is different and you have to have a wide repertoire of skills and knowledge to know how to deal with different types of chicks, if that makes sense. So get out of that mindset, Rob, of thinking how many minutes, okay? Instead, think of, if she responds favorably, I'll get out of here after 1 drink. If I need to build a little bit more rapport, I'll do 2 drinks. And do what's required to get what you want, okay? Don't look at it from that standpoint, black and white, because that will mess you up, bro.
100%.
Okay. I don't see any more. Let's see here if we got any good questions here. Hey, the club in the house. Thank you, bro, for the support. The club, shout out to him. Go subscribe, guys, to Professor Rich. The real Professor Rich, his YouTube channel is the club. He puts out good content, man. He made fun of the Black Pill guys earlier. You know what I'm saying? Good stuff. Mike, go to the gym, fellas. All right, Mike. Thank you, bro, for your contribution. I'm not going to read your comment because it's swearing. Hey, Myron, you're going to do a show on how to game in New York City. Yes, I will. I'm going to bring Mr. Locario on, and we're going to talk about how to game in New York City. New York City, guys, is a different animal. New York City is very pay to play. It's not like Miami. You know what I'm saying? Miami is still pay to play too, but it's not like as bad as New York City. So we're going to talk about how to run night game there and run game in New York City in general. So stay tuned to that on the Games podcast on Mondays at 1 p.m. Let me send you. Nah, bro, it's all good. We told you to call in, man. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't want to call in. Like you said, Fresh Prince, what's your IG? Bro, it's on the thing. Fresh Prince CEO. We say that all the time. Yeah, this guy be trolling. Anyway, with that said, I don't see any last minute questions. Hey, Prince, where can they find you, man?
Yeah, if you don't mind pulling up, bro, you mind showing them real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, guys, I made a new channel. It's called CEO Lifestyle. Basically, I go through like how to become a high value male and attract women to you rather than chase women. So you probably tired of like chasing girls all the time, like calling them and all this stuff, and they didn't respond to you. So my thing is like I want to focus on business, focus on getting myself in the right place with the gym, mindset, and also money. So for me, it's like, okay, I don't want to spend a lot of time trying to get women. So I set up a good social media presence where they want to be a part of my lifestyle. And I just sit back in my studio office and I work. And then when I'm ready to go on a date, I have like 3-4 girls lined up. I choose the one that I want to go on with the most and I go on a date. But it's all automated. I don't have to go out and cold approach. I don't have to go out and like search through Tinder, none of that. Nah, it's all automated. So I'm going to cover how to become a high value male, how to become a dude that girls want using social media. And guys, trust me, I can guarantee you, I get way more girls than your favorite dating coach. So technically speaking, I'm your favorite dating coach's favorite dating coach. That makes sense. But yeah, and then on Instagram at Fresh Prince CEO. So just look for me there, and I always respond to DMs and I follow back. So there you go.
Yeah, guys, and you can see his YouTube channel. It's coming up, Fresh Prince CEO. Make sure you to go subscribe to that. We're gonna do a show, the Fresh and Fit podcast, on there on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Thursdays here at 6 p.m. With me, guys, obviously, Unplugfit is my IG. If you guys want fitness coaching or do a consultation, just hit me up on Unplugfit on Instagram or hit me up on my website, unplugfit.com. We're gonna do this show every Thursday and every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Guys, we got some good stuff in store, good topics for you guys. Obviously, as you guys know, we're in the game. We're actually dealing with one of the hardest marketplaces there is, taking L's. We got a lot of story for you guys too. Me and Prince have been going out on a couple double dates for you guys and collecting data. And we're going to teach you guys how to go on double dates, how to screen women properly, figuring out which chicks,
She belongs to the streets.
you know what I'm saying? Like figuring out quickly which ones belong to the streets and aren't worth your time. And yeah, man. And we've been collecting a lot of data for you guys. It's going to be good stuff. So make sure that you guys subscribe to Fresh Prince on Fresh Prince CEO, to me, Unplug Fitness. And we will catch you guys next week at 6 p.m. Actually, we'll catch you guys next Tuesday
on my channel,
on his channel, CEO Lifestyle. Make sure you guys get in there. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to all the supporters, the super chatters, even Mike23 with your hating self. We're still going to show you love too.
Yeah, love, bro. Love to you, man.
Yeah, love to you. Thanks for tuning in. We ain't going to clown on you too hard. And we'll catch you guys next Tuesday. Peace.